Wisdom that young men need to hear. Begin at once to live, Seneca. An ounce of action is worth a ton of theory, Ralph Waldo Emerson. Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one, Marcus Aurelius. A man may conquer 1,000,000 men in battle, but one who conquers himself is, indeed, the greatest of conquerors, Buddha. What you do today can improve all your tomorrows, Ralph Marston. If you want to achieve greatness, stop asking for permission, unknown source. No thing great is created suddenly, Epictetus. I've failed over and over and over again in my life, and that is why I succeed, Michael Jordan. Learning acquired in youth arrests the evil of old age, Leonardo da Vinci. It is not the situation which makes the man, but the man who makes the situation, Frederick William Robertson. A man who wants something will find a way. A man who doesn't will find an excuse, Jim Rohn. The important thing is not to stop questioning, Albert Einstein. The greatest thing a man can possibly do in this world is to make the most possible out of the stuff that has been given him. This is success, and there is no other. Orison Swett Marden. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. Will Durant. There is nothing noble in being superior to your fellow man. True nobility is being superior to your former self, Ernest Hemingway. What does not kill me makes me stronger, Friedrich Nietzsche. Men are in error when they lament the flight of time, accusing it of being too swift and not perceiving that it is sufficient as it passes, Leonardo da Vinci. The time is always right to do what's right, Martin Luther King Jr. The greater danger for most of us lies not in setting our aim too high and falling short, but in setting our aim too low and achieving our mark, Michelangelo Buonarroti. I'm fed up to the ears with old men dreaming up wars for young men to die in, George McGovern. Success is not final, failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts, Winston Churchill. You can never cross the ocean until you have the courage to lose sight of the shore, Christopher Columbus. Identify your problems, but give your power and energy to solutions, Tony Robbins. I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work, Thomas A. Edison. Strength, courage, mastery, and honor are the alpha virtues of men all over the world, Jack Donovan. Young men think old men are fools, but old men know young men are fools, George Chapman. I would like to tell the young men and women before me not to lose hope and courage. Success can only come to you by courageous devotion to the task lying in front of you, C.V. Rahman. An overnight success is 10 years in the making, Stephen King. Young men are apt to think themselves wise enough, as drunken men are apt to think themselves sober enough, Philip Stanhope. Young men, hear an old man to whom old men hearkened when he was young, Augustus. No act of kindness, no matter how small, is ever wasted, Aesop. You don't have to control your thoughts. You just have to stop letting them control you, Dan Millman. All that is necessary for the triumph of evil is that good men do nothing, Edmund Burke. There never was yet a truly great man that was not at the same time truly virtuous, Benjamin Franklin. Man is never so manly as when he feels deeply, acts boldly, and expresses himself with frankness and with fervor, Benjamin Disraeli. When I was a child, I talked like a child, I thought like a child, I reasoned like a child. When I became a man, I put the ways of childhood behind me, from the Bible. First, find the man in yourself if you will inspire manliness in others, Thomas Alcott. Duty is the essence of manhood, George Patton. Success is not the key to happiness. Happiness is the key to success. If you love what you are doing, you will be successful. Albert Schweitzer. If you want something you've never had before, then you have to do something you've never done before. Unknown source. We should rejoice in the success of others, not be envious of it. Benjamin Franklin. The way to gain a good reputation is to endeavor to be what you desire to appear. Socrates. I have found that if you love life, life will love you back. Arthur Rubinstein. There are no shortcuts to any place worth going. Beverly Sills. We don't stop playing because we grow old. We grow old because we stop playing. George Bernard Shaw. The difference between a successful person and others is not a lack of strength, not a lack of knowledge, but rather a lack of will. Vince Lombardi. Success is going from failure to failure without loss of enthusiasm. Winston Churchill. Overnight success takes about 15 years. Arnold Schwarzenegger. Billionaires are created by a mindset. It is a decision, not an event. Brian Tracy. A young man without ambition is an old man waiting to be. Stephen Brust.